Okay, so this is a TAS of Batman Return of the Joker that was done by Adelikat and Alyosha TAS. Alyosha already console verified this movie. I'm just doing an independent verification and upload of it with the old 60 FPS from console and all the fancy capture quality. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around so I can show you how it's playing back live in my OBS stream and the GameCube right there that's currently playing the game. So, now that we got that out of the way, this originally was a movie, it was in 341 by Adelikat, but that was not counting for some things like BIOS time. So it's actually more like a 346 if you account for all that. And there's basically like 4 levels to this movie. The first one has a lot of complexity to jump patterns, and there's RNG as to like when you get to bosses, where their locations are, and you have to manipulate that pretty intricately in order to be able to defeat the enemies as quickly as possible when you get into the boss rooms. There's also complexity to the number of batarangs that you have to throw. Since if you throw a batarang out, you can kill an enemy quicker than by running all the way to it and like punching it to death. The levels also have grappling, so there's some intricacy to exactly when and how much you need to grapple to go faster. There's another complexity where your character's speed is retained through different screens when you transition stages. So you always want to be going at the maximum speed, even when a stage transition happens. And there's also a lot of lag management you have to do. So this movie used to be like way slower. This one has had a lot of incremental improvements, going back to like a 434 even. Submission 2510. There were a lot of submissions in quick succession from Ventus. 2510, 2516, 2532. Hey, an open closure. This one's going really well. We've gotten a really consistent verification out of Batman Return of the Joker. And Alyosha already synced this one, so there wasn't too much work to do. We're just re-verifying and confirming Alyosha's work with that nice crisp capture quality in 60 FPS. Now, there's a level 3 and level 4 as well, and they're like deceptively complicated because yes, all you're doing is platforming and running to the right, but there's so much complexity to the exact timing of when you jump off of these walls, when you attack these rocks, because there's so much lag reduction you need to do. And you want to do grappling like that because it's faster often. So there's complexity not just to like when you jump, but then when you attack enemies and when you use the grapple. The TASs, including the latest one that we're watching here, which Alyosha's improvements were found while making sure that it was syncable for console verification in GBI. He noted that that final Joker fight we just watched is one of the hardest fights to optimize. So thank you guys for sitting here and watching that one with me. I really like the quality of the video of this game. I think that the sprite quality of the Batman sprite is one of the better sprites I've seen on the Game Boy, and some of just the art in general is just really crisp and sharp for a Game Boy game. There's a lot of cutscene skips that are possible and used in this game too. So usually there's a cutscene that plays before you get into the Joker room, and that cutscene is not seen in the TAS because you can just skip it. Yeah, cutscenes, not in our TASs. And that's the whole